Hey George, thanks for sending in your next essays. You are right, super difficult. The task two, this one, I think is the most difficult one we um, give to students. Ben chose it, sorry. But good to be able to have a really difficult one. And if you've got this okay, then you're going to be fine. So here you've got two pie charts and a bar chart. So there's a lot of information going on. And also it's super small, so it's really hard to see. But so you're going to be comparing these, describe and compare, and then this one is changes over time. Okay? So the pie charts show the preferences in car ownership in England and Scotland, and the bar chart presents VW sales, really nice. During the first couple of years, VW sales in England was slightly the same. Okay, were similar. So sales, plural, were. We don't say were slightly the same. We would say similar. Um, Similar, reaching 14,000. Okay. While in Scotland, good. While now you don't have while in. If you could have while in Scotland and then a noun, sales presented a slide of. You'd have to put while in Scotland. Um, if you want while Scotland presented a slide of 5,000. During the period 91 to 94, owners of VWs in Scotland grew at a regular rate, yet really nice. It's after a decrease, so fantastic, but very clear, very nicely done. Scottish sales. Now here you want the adjective. Scottish sales fell in different magnitudes, reaching their lowest point. Watch out, sales plural. Their lowest value in the last year corresponding to. Yep, good. Okay, so England behaviour was contrasting. The other figures skyrocketed. Great. Well done. Good. Right, tell me about the pie charts. Okay. Uh, VW sales. VW sales. Right. Release from car ownership. Okay, I think. Sorry, I'm just sort of staring at this a little bit because you need to do a little bit. You've talked about the sales, um, okay, quite a lot, but all you're giving me on car ownership is this. Yeah. So I think I need a little bit more on the car ownership and the comparisons on there. Okay. You're only giving me those lines on that little one. So I think you should have your overall, which is perfect. Your bar chart here. Okay, try and get all that into there. And then a good paragraph on your, but how are we doing on word count? Yeah, you're going to run out of words. So you need to get this a little bit bigger, including this, and then you need to have a larger paragraph on the two pie charts because you haven't really given those enough information. So ownership, or have I? Oh, okay, sorry, maybe I'm getting this wrong. I really can't see this. How did you do this? Um, ah, okay, okay. So come, tell me about the pie charts. Looking at the pie charts. And then I know where we are. Okay, and then you're fine. Forget what I just said. That's nice. Bought and least. Okay, good. All right, but okay. All right, George. Sorry, forgive me. I'm just going through that again. The first time I've misunderstood it. Um, you're okay. You could give me some uh, a few more numbers in this one. But otherwise, I think you've done that absolutely fine. So you've got your bar chart and then you've got your pie charts as a comparison. Okay, I'm with you. Thank you. Well done. You've got that. Were preferred. The biggest practice was car buying, followed by sharing. Yep. Good. Okay, lovely. Got it. Sorry. My apologies. Okay, here we go. Task two. Nowadays, some argue democracy is under its biggest threats. This is difficult. I agree. Citizens, politicians, and institutions during the last decades have been debating the threats. Now, you don't debate on, just go direct with an object. Debating the threats and challenges of democracy in both developed yet lovely. Probably the main issue could be market pressure and influence on political decisions instead of electors. Yeah, participation. I consider the majority of problems and mistakes the political system originate from, either have originated from, or are originated from. Yeah, yeah, all right, let's go for that. It's a passive, it's quite nice actually. Are originated from insufficient control on big corporations. Controls, I think, big corporations and lack of technology uplifts within governments are very interesting. Controls and regulations, but very nice, really nice. You're going in there strong here. Firstly, even though in developed countries there's been an increase in political control on corporations, support and donations, the influence of this on regulations and laws might not be overstated. Might not be here. You've got to have cannot actually. Cannot be overstated. Cannot be overstated. Because you're talking about the present, the influence now. Cannot be overstated. In democratic countries, most of the parliament members are supported or have been supported by an international corporation. Probably rather than repeating that, I guess sponsored. I mean, it's not exactly sponsored, is it? Backed by, you could have. I wouldn't just try to avoid repeating supported. An article published by Forbes showed that nearly 3/4 of Congress members were financed by. Yeah, I mean, that's awful, isn't it? Consequently, influence of market dominant corporations on political results. Again, don't use that. You've used it once. You've overstated. Don't use it again. So the influence is undeniable. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you've proved your point. Secondly, the growth and development of technology have overweight the state of the art within. Have growth and development rate has become state of the art, and because I'm just thinking of the collocation, so you become state of the art, and you don't need the state of the art within. Yeah. In some cases, okay. Being, you don't need to repeat that. Being, in some cases, inefficient to make control over the market, even losing leadership authority. Yeah. New discoveries. I hope I've understood that right. I hope I've got that right. New discoveries in innovation and communication are present today more than ever before, more than ever, in every person's life. But political organisations and institutions are lacking implementation of them. I think you want this to be efficient, not inefficient, but maybe read it through, and if I'm wrong, I'm really sorry. Unpublished research on the influence of social networks and Brexit. Yeah, finding a no campaign has surpassed their opponents in the you could have manipulative use of data, absolutely, and voters' information from companies like Facebook. The influence and importance of innovation, democracy was clearly demonstrated. Fantastic argument. George, this is amazing. You've done really, really well here. It is very complicated, this, and you're guiding me through in a really lovely, clear way. Very impressed. From the arguments given, I firmly believe nowadays democracy is suffering its biggest biggest challenges. Affairs isn't quite right. Our biggest crisis, maybe, could work. Challenges since implementation due to the loss in importance of the electorate within the system as a product of market influence, and the next decade it would need unprecedented political change in order to preserve the democratic values and fundamentals. Wow. So my feedback, goodness me, my feedback is wow. Seriously, that is a very, very good essay. Your vocabulary is insane. I mean, really, really fantastic vocab. Wide ranging. And I really like how you've given me some good grammar in here. We've got that passive in there. We've got some nice flow. So the coherence is really looking strong. George, well done. I mean, I think you can, next essay, you can just relax. It won't be as bad as this. Well done. Good for you.